Okay, so this is my second recording. The first one didn't go so well. There's some audio problems, so here to give it another shot. So this is Bardock Vs Gas 82 review. I actually like this chapter a lot. It was very, very fun. We get to see, I think, the best use of instant transmission in this chapter. So it starts off with we have Goku, who has taken gas to some sort of alien planet. I don't know if we've seen this planet before, but I really like it. You know, I like the world building in this chapter. So we start off with this epic exchange, and if, just to say again, like if they animate this correctly, this is going to look amazing. It just looks fantastic. So they're going at it, and they're pretty evenly matched. And then they teleport to this other planet, and we see the Tournament of Power dudes right here, and they're looking up, and they're like, oh, what's going on here? And again, there's just a lot of world building in this chapter with the instant transmission, and I think this is the best use of instant transmission, or the most use of instant transmission we've ever seen in the franchise so far. So then they go to another planet, and they're just hopping from planet to planet in this chapter. And you know, you have some Galactic Patrol dude, another alien dude, and again they're just going at it, doing the crosses. A lot of crosses in this chapter, like crosses. And then, you know, Gas, he's losing his cool, and some stuff falls on him. I don't know if this is manure. I don't know, you know, what this is. I mean, hopefully it's not poop. You know, we got Monaka in the truck. And then, you know, he's like, hey, you know, you can go wash off. And then, you know, Gas is like, no, I don't care that I have poop all over me. I'm going to fight anyway. And there's a lot of potty humor in this chapter, I must say. So then they appear on the Galactic King's ship. And, you know, we haven't seen the Galactic King in a while. And I don't know if, you know, everybody remembers, but, like, his ding-dong is in the middle and, like, Gas falls right here. So I don't know. Doesn't look good for Gas. So Gas, you know, he looks pretty pissed. The Galactic King, you know, Goku's trolling him. Hey, there you go. Perfect time for a bath. And then the heaters are like, well, where did they go? And it's like, they're gone, bro. So then, you know, Vegeta's saying they're buying time. And then they end up fighting in this prison. Goku and Gas are fighting in a prison. And I thought this would be a great, like, stage for, like, one of the next games. Like, this would be great in some sort of, like, you know, future Budokai game or Xenoverse. Like, this looks great, this stage right here, for a game. Although, you know, it is kind of small, so that could be an issue. But, you know, maybe they could scale it up. So they're fighting in the prison. And, you know, you got Magenta here, or Magetta. And, you know, he's in jail. You got a bunch of the dudes from the Moral Arc. They're in jail. And they recognize Gas. They're like, hey, bro, you know, you're that kid. You're all grown up. Why don't you come and help get us out of here? We'll lend you a hand. He's like, I don't need your help. And then they start roasting him. And they talk about, like, when Gas was, like, wetting himself as a kid, which, again, this is more like the potty humor in this chapter, which is, like, classic Toriyama stuff. And also just Japanese humor in general. And Gas, you know, he snaps, he starts getting pissed, which this might be a hint, a foreshadowing of what Gas's weakness is that Bardock used to defeat him. Similar to Magetta, it seems that Gas, you know, he really doesn't like insults. So he's getting pretty pissed. And then, you know, Goku continues to go along with the trolling. It's like, well, dang, you know, you really did wet yourself. You know, the guy even said here, he was like, that's the kid's full of himself. And he's like, oh yeah, sick burn, man. I just, yeah, I don't know if that translation is correct, but oh, this is funny. So then the heaters are trying to locate them. You know, then they're just continuing to go from planet to planet. They're fighting, and they run into Whis at some point. Let's see where they. Well, before that, they're continuing to go from planet to planet. And this is a pretty long chapter. It's like 47 pages. And they run into more of the Galactic Patrol dudes. And then they decide to teleport. And they're, you know, like on this dinosaur planet. And, you know, you just got Whis just, you know, casually on a dinosaur with Oracle Fish. Which there's scenes like this I remember before in Super. And you know, they're like, "Oh, Goku, what are you doing here?" And then, you know, Goku does this flex, or he's like, "What's the flex?" He's like, "Hey," yeah, he goes, "My master, who happens to be an angel," which just, you know, just this pisses off Gas even more. So then he goes back to the ship, and he's teleporting from planet to planet again. I don't know why he just can't teleport back to Serial, but he does. And he teleports back to Serial to save Minato and Granola from being killed by the Heaters, also known as Team Rocket. And yeah, I forgot this shot of the Galactic King. Oh, that's funny. So, you know, then basically he leaves Granola here with Gas, and, you know, he leaves Gas here with Whis. Excuse me, I'm pretty tired. I just woke up. And Whis is like, "You can't instant transmission as well as Goku." So there's confirmation that Gas, he can't instant transmission as well as Goku. So he, instead of instant transmissioning, he decides to just fly back to planet Serial. And this is a very impressive feat. I mean, this is a real crazy FTL feat. I mean, I don't have the calc for this, but the power scale guy is going to go nuts with this. We're going to see this a lot on a lot of power scale forums. We're going to have this panel all over the place. So, you know, then the Oracle Fish is like, "Who's that?" Which is very interesting, because that means that, you know, he doesn't know who Gas is. Which means that maybe Gas isn't the strongest in the universe, because the Oracle Fish, that should be something like he would know. But then again, you know, the Wish was made recently, so that could explain it. So then Oatmeal shows up with this, like, Star Wars speeder to take Granola away and Goku. And they go to, like, Miraido's house, and they find a recording of Bardock in his scouter. And, you know, Vegeta, he turns it on. And meanwhile, you know, you got Gas flying through space, like FTL. And it was very interesting. So, like, you know, you get to hear Bardock's voice. Well, you know, you get to read it. We'll get to hear it in the anime when it comes back. And he goes, "Listen to me, too. You have to stay alive." Talk about Minato and Granola. And then Goku, he hears the voice, and he remembers that was the last thing that Bardock and his mom said to him. But mainly Bardock. And Goku, you know, he's all triggered, and he remembers, and then we get this flashback scene of Bardock versus Gas. And Gas, I mean, he looks so small. I mean, he's damn Hobbit in this chapter, in the flashback. And you know, they're going at it. You know, and he says something to Bardock here. He's like, you know, "We thought only low-level grunts were sent this planet. I guess we were wrong, you know, because Bardock's like high-level. Because we know the class system that the Saiyans have are basically BS. Goku kind of proved that, and Bardock kind of, you know, he falls in that. He precedes it. So yeah, that was the chapter. Overall, it was a very fun chapter. I enjoyed it. A lot of people thought the instant transmission stuff was not necessary. I liked it. I actually enjoyed it. It was cool to see Bardock this chapter, but I really did like the instant transmission stuff. A lot of people, you know, they weren't that big of fans. I enjoyed watching, you know, going planet to planet. I love the world building, because I remember, like, you know, Shin was like, "Oh, there's not that many planets." Now, we didn't get to see more than, I don't know how many he said there was, 27 or whatever. But still, just fun to see. Like, hopefully at some point we get to see, you know, 100 or 200 planets, and we just completely retcon what Shin, the Supreme Kai, said, that there's only like 27 planets with life, because it was very fun. I enjoy seeing all this stuff. But yeah, it's pretty late here. I didn't want to do this a second recording, but I had to, because the audio, the pop, I need to get a good pop filter for the mic. But yeah, this was the chapter. It was very good. One of the top chapters, I would say, you know, one of the favorite chapters of the year so far. And I look forward to the next chapter whenever we start to get some leaks. Also, I might make a video on the Dragon Ball Super delay if we get any more information on that, because Dragon Ball Superhero and the anime, because I do think the anime is going to come back. We're getting information on that, but the movie right now is delayed, which is supposed to come out April 22nd. Now it's going to come out later. But anyways, I got some stuff to do. I got to do some cleaning. Everybody, hope has a good day, and peace out.